back to the Culturally Distinct podcast, guys. It's your boy DJ KO. I'm glad you guys tuned back into the show. Once again, we have a great show for you guys. We have some topics that, of course, I love to talk about. I love to upbuild and rebuild and reestablish things in our community. And today I have a guest that I seen from a friend. Shout out to Monty Hawkins, Big Restoration. Shout out to that. She gave us the introduction, and I'm glad this individual came on. But before we get into the podcast, I'd like to thank my sponsors, 605 Adult Beverages, for sponsoring this particular podcast. Also, I thank my partners over there at Red Core Universe for allowing us to partner together and allowing us to culturally distinct go from domestic to international. So much love to you guys. Again, so guys, today we have a special guest all the way from Moss Point, Mississippi. Shout out Moss Point, Mississippi. So I'd like everybody to welcome my guest, Miss Abbie. Now I'm not gonna butcher your last name. Huckleberry.
Huckleby.
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 Huckleby. Your name,
Yes.
Huckleby. Huckleby, okay.
Yep, 30 years in July.
Oh, congratulations. Oh, wow, congratulations.
Yes.
So both y'all from Moss Point?
Both of us from Moss Point.
And y'all moved to Texas?
I moved here first. He was in the Navy in Virginia.
Okay.
And then we both went home one Christmas and met up, and
that was it.
the rest was history.
30 years. Congratulations.
Yep.
What made you move to Texas?
Family. Of course, Moss Point, there wasn't a lot of jobs down there.
Yeah.
And I had two older sisters and a brother that moved to Texas. And so I followed suit and moved here January 1985. And been here ever since.
Oh, wow. So you saw the whole influx of Houston and how it went from 610 to Beltway 8 to 99.
Yes.
To Grand Park Tollway.
Yep.
Okay. So everybody trying to wonder, say, why do I have this young lady on this show today? So it's a number of things that you do, but I wanted to particularly talk about this one thing that caught my attention.
Yes.
A lot of us as blacks, people of color, minorities, we have individuals that either went to college, graduated from college, or have kids that's going to college. Right? And we always talk about this person we call Uncle Sam, but what's his name? The guy with the loans. Not Uncle Sam, I forget his name. Sally Mae.
Sally Mae, Fannie Mae,
all
the
them.
Mays.
All the Mays. All the Mays, you know, after you get out of college, you know you owe some money. Like, I know a couple of attorneys, they owe 200, 300 grand. A lot of people in nursing, they owe some money. They owe about 80, 90,000.
Yes.
Right? And they don't know. They could have went to school for free.
For free. And the crazy part, that is the norm. It is normal and okay nowadays to graduate with student loans because everybody is graduating with student loans. So it's not like you're in a minority with the student loans. You're in a majority with the student loans. So it's not uncommon, and it's okay because everybody you know has student loans. But my story started with me. Graduated from Moss Point High School in 1980, attended Tuskegee University. Well, back then it was Tuskegee Institute. It was still a private university.
In Alabama?
Yes. And my mom and dad, both 8th grade education. I was the first to go to college and had zero knowledge about scholarships, loans, or anything. And coming from Moss Point School District, you weren't privy because of who you were you weren't privy to a lot of information. To me, the counselors failed most of us as in directing us and giving us the information that we needed to attend college. So I go off to Tuskegee Institute, was able to get through my first year due to the Pell Grant. I come back second semester, barely got in. calling family members up to scrape up. I think it was maybe
$800.
yeah,
Back then,
$800. Yeah, to
Mhm.
stay for that semester. Well, when I went home for Christmas, that Christmas break, I was not able to return to school,
Okay.
and so I find myself in Morris Point, actually ashamed,
Mm.
feeling like a failure. Um, didn't want anybody, any of my peers, to know that I was not in school. And so I decided to start finding ways of finding money. And so I just started researching and uh, finding out about scholarships, uh, and found out I had been on my job. I just retired 2 years ago, 31 years in corporate America with ConocoPhillips.
Okay.
And when I started working there, I had no idea that my company
Gave scholarships.
offers scholarships
Mhm.
because it wasn't on my radar. When I started working there, I was single, no kids. And so found out that they offered scholarships, and then went to the bank one day doing some banking, just talking to the clerk and telling her about the kids getting ready to go to school. And she said, "Oh, you should apply for a scholarship. We give scholarships." Didn't know my dentist office offered scholarship, my bank. And so I'm thinking, okay, God, you're opening doors. You're showing me what I need to do.
Mhm.
I prayed about this, and now you're presenting me with this information. So we decided to, okay, let's try for these scholarships. And I told my daughters, this is going to be a team effort. I need you to get the grades. You get the grades, I'll do the research, we'll apply together. And it needs to be a team effort. So, and then I started asking around, letting all my family members know, my friends know, hey, if you hear about any scholarships, hey, let me know. And so scholarship information started coming in. We decided to create a spreadsheet. We got all these scholarships information, the deadlines, the requirements, what we needed to do, essays. We started writing essays. And I was talking to a co-worker of mine who had graduated out of college, had been out on the job about 3 years. And I started talking to her about what we were going through, and we was talking about essays. And she was like, "Hey, I got all my essays that I wrote for scholarships. Do you want them?" And I was like, "Yes." Now I got essays that I can use, that we don't have to start writing essays from word one.
Okay.
We
Like a
got-
template.
Yes,
It's
we
like a
got
template.
essays that we can edit to fit our daughters. So we started gathering all this information, and we started applying. And I would say we probably applied for my first daughter. Actually, they both went to Tuskegee.
Okay.
Yes, they did. And now the first one majored in engineering. And any type of STEM program, it is so much money
yeah.
out there for STEM majors. So if your child is gifted in math or science or technology
Mhm.
or computers or coding or whatever, it's so much money out there for STEM majors, because STEM is the future, you
Yeah.
know.
STEM is not.
And so my first daughter, no problem whatsoever. She was able to go to undergrad
Mm-hmm.
for free and graduate school
For
for
free.
free
Okay.
because of that STEM major. As a matter of fact, she got so much money that she was able to pocket $15,000
Oh wow.
in her pocket of scholarship money.
So that's what I want to get to.
Yes.
I want to get to that. So now,
Yes.
so the story. All right. So what made you even get into that? Like, I know you said that you just did some research, but why that? Out of all things, you could have out of like in going back to school, or just getting money for education. Why did you even do that research? Like, it was like, because you could say I could get a loan and or apply for a Pell Grant and okay, that's it.
Well, we didn't qualify for a Pell Grant,
Okay.
for one thing, because of our income.
Mhm.
And number two, I'm saving money for my retirement. not for my daughter's education. Now, some people do save money for their kids, but we weren't making enough to do both.
Right. I got
And
you.
so I'm kind of selfish. I'm saving for me and my husband to retire comfortably, not for my kids to go to school.
Got
And
you.
so I had to figure out how to find money so I wouldn't dip into my 401, or I wouldn't have to get parent loans or for them to get loans. Because if your child graduates with 50 and 60 and $70,000 worth of loans,
They in
and
debt.
and the degree they major in does not land them a job
Right.
where they can financially take care of themselves on their own and student loans, they coming back home to live with mama.
That's right.
And my kids, that was my number one rule.
Once
You
you
are not
gone,
coming back home to live with me. I love you, but I don't want no grown kids in my house. Me and my husband is geared up for retirement, and we're gonna have a good time. Yeah, you can come visit, but no, not living with me. But that is what's happening now. These adult kids are graduating with so much debt, and then depending on the major, they can't find a job where they can pay rent, car note, and all the other bills and the student loans
So let me ask you
without
this.
moving back home.
So let me ask you this: how does a person know what scholarship to go for? Because, like you said, a lot of students are not going in STEM. Some
Right.
people are,
Yeah,
but not a lot of people are. Some people want to go into nursing. Some
Yes.
people want to go into computer. Well, computer
Yes.
science is kind of tech.
yes.
Some people want to go into occupational therapy,
Yes.
right? Stuff like
yes. There's all kind of scholarship search engines
that. Okay.
where you can sign up and set up a profile,
Mm-hmm.
and you put in it's sort of like a survey, and they ask you all these general questions about your likes and dislikes, your favorite subjects,
Okay.
and all of that. And so when you set that profile up, what those search engines does is they go out and filter on the information that you have input and send you back tons of scholarships that they feel that you qualify for based on what the answers that you answered in the survey.
So I want to tell the people the search engine items. So we
Yep.
have Fast Web, Big Future, Peterson's, scholarships.com, Capex. Is that Capex? Capex? Capex. Sally Mae, of course. MySchooly.com. And Schooly is SCHOLLY. Scholarship Monkey. Career One Stop. UNGO. I say that? UNGO? UNIGO. Chegg. CHGG. Moolah Spot. Moolah Spot. MOLL. I'm sorry. MOOLAH Spot. And Broke Scholar.
Yeah.
Those are the search engines that you
And
put
you can
in.
keep that and post it if you.
Okay, yeah, I will.
post it, yeah. And so what those search engines does is they go out there and search on scholarships that you qualify for.
Okay.
And I promise you, you're going to get 10, 15, 20 emails a day with scholarships that you can apply for. And that's one avenue of searching for scholarships. And back when my kids was in school, it was maybe 5 search engines.
Okay.
Wasn't that many at all. But I've been updating information as they come out. And so you start applying for these scholarships. And yeah, you're going to get some reject letters. But when you get that first acceptance letter, you're going to be so excited. And it's just going to motivate you to keep applying.
Right.
Because you already done got the material together. You already got your resume. Kids should have a resume. You should have work history.
Yeah.
Scholarship committees like well-rounded kids. That you're not sitting at home on video games all day long. You're getting out, volunteering in the community. You have work history. You know the value of money. You are active in school. You just don't go to school. You're participating in club or athletes or whatever. Those are the type of students that the scholarship committees are looking for. Well-rounded kids that don't mind giving back, that know the value of money, that's not sitting at home behind a video game playing videos all day long. And so that is what the kids need to be concentrating on as they're getting ready to go into their senior year. And the sooner you start, the better. You can
Okay.
start as a senior. It's never too late to start. You can apply for scholarships every year you're in school.
Okay.
You can apply for scholarships in grad school, undergrad school, senior, junior, sophomores. Sometimes they even have scholarships as early as junior high.
Okay.
So it's never too soon and it's never too late to start applying for scholarships.
That's what I was going to ask, because I was going to say it's like a two-part question. First, you answered it because I was going to ask, what if you're in school already, that can you apply for these scholarships while you're a student at a university? And my second part to that question is it a age requirement? Because some people, go back to school in their 30s and their 40s. They just want to go back to school and change their career.
And they even have scholarships for parents that, like I said, if you got married and had kids and you want to stay at home mom and never finish school, they even have scholarships for parents that's going back to school. They have scholarships for people that dropped out of school that's going back to school.
Okay.
The bulk of the scholarships are for senior high school students, but there are special scholarships for graduate students, kids that are in school already. Like I said, if you wanted to, you have a child that's majored in engineering, they need to search on organizations and associations that engineers, like the National Society of Black Engineers or Petroleum Engineers, they all have societies and associations that they can join as a student member, and membership fee can be as low as $25 a month. $25 a month or $25 a year, and you join these organizations. Those organizations have scholarships that they can apply for. Yes, a lot of them are for high school seniors, but they also have scholarships for, kids that are already in school. There's nursing associations that they can join as student members. And then,
What about What about color? Are there certain, like say for instance, you have a major white institution, PWI, predominantly white institution,
right,
and you're black or you're a minority. Are there opportunities for minorities to get scholarships just because of their ethnicity?
Yeah. UNCF is a major organization that gives millions of dollars of scholarships a year. And even though they have it earmarked for students that go to HBCUs, you don't have to go to a HBCU.
Okay.
Yeah. You join that organization and there's a membership fee, but that membership fee is nothing compared
to the money
you can get out of scholarships.
Right.
So join that organization. As a matter of fact, they give scholarships to non-minorities. You wouldn't think they would, but they do. They have to.
Right.
Because they're
it's a government. It's government funding.
Yeah.
And everybody is created equal.
Yeah.
According to.
And they get a lot of endowments from non-minority people.
Right.
So,
a lot of whites.
So they have to. Yeah. So they have to. So that's another avenue. Also, local, like say if you're going to UT or A&M, a lot of those universities have local alumni chapters.
Okay.
That you can research on them. They give scholarships. A lot of sororities and fraternities give scholarships. Most of them are geared toward seniors in high school, but sometimes they have money left over for what they call emergencies. Like say if you got a child that is a junior and all they're needing is $800 to stay in school that semester.
They'll give them $800.
You can write a letter to these organizations, what they call a hardship letter to these organizations that will, see if they, if that person qualifies. You have to be a model student.
Right.
You have to attend class. You have to have the grades.
Volunteer.
You can't just be up there partying and in
Yeah.
school and then wake up one day, oh God, I want to stay in school. No, you need to be a model student to get this money.
Mm-hmm.
They just not giving this money to anybody because they want to give it to. They are investing in you, and they're hoping that that investment pays off.
Right.
Like Chevron. Chevron donates money to universities, to the engineering departments, to the business department, to the county departments. But they're investing this money because they want to hire these graduates. I put money into this school, and hopefully I can hire somebody,
Mm-hmm.
to come work.
So let me ask you this. Now, you said the money is out there. Now, how, if a person, a parent or a kid, or the counselor is not savvy at writing these essays, can they come? Do you have a business or a scholarship writing course, or that they can come directly to you and say, Miss Abbie, could you please help me or assist me out with some of the wording that I have in the scholarship? Because
sure.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so
yeah, they can call me or email me, and I'd be more than happy to help. I'm not. People tell me that I need to run it like a business. I'm not really in it to make money off of it.
you're helping.
I'm helping because when I went through this for 4.5 years, and when my daughters graduated, I'm sitting on this information. I'm sitting on all this information, and I'm like, God, what do you want me to do? Do I just throw it in the trash because my daughters are through with school? And I said, no way. So I sit down and compiled it and put it in a presentation. And I went to churches.
Oh, wow.
I went to, and I had to beg
To get in,
even
just get the information out.
to even share this information
Yeah.
with my own church
Yeah.
here locally.
Mhm.
I wasn't asking for a fee.
Right.
I'm trying to give this information away because people need to know this. Both of my daughters went to school for free. One of them had money left over in her pocket, and I done gathered all this information and had all this. I'm even giving away essays, because our people need to. And if I can just help one person, I'm happy.
Right. You did your part.
Yeah, I did my part.
But that's amazing, though. You said that because for something, because I'm big on building a community, right? I don't care what it is. It could
Right.
be from knowledge.
Right.
It could be from experience. It could
Right.
be monetary.
Right.
As long as you helping out for those who, basically you reaching a hand down
Right.
to bring them back up.
Right.
And it's amazing how you have these public officials and these leaders
Yeah.
that don't want to do that.
It's crazy. It's crazy. And if I can do it, anybody can do it.
Mm-hmm.
I just did not want my daughters to suffer like I did. And I knew that we could not afford to send them to school. And I did not want them graduating with $80,000 and $90,000 worth of debt. That's no way to start your young adult life off dealing with that much debt.
Yeah.
And that sets you up for credit issues. You're not going to be able to buy a car, a house, or anything.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted them to be self-sufficient, and I did not want them to come back home, but I wanted them to be okay. And I can't be okay until they're okay. I cannot relax
Mm-hmm.
and enjoy myself and enjoy my retirement unless I know that they are okay.
So when a person sees this and they start looking at for these search engines of these different scholarships, could you give me the first 3 steps that a person should do if they see a scholarship that their kid applies for? What are the 3 steps? Just give me 3. I know there's
Okay.
multiple steps. Just give me the first 3 steps that a person should do.
Okay, the first thing is your child needs to be able to qualify for these scholarships. You can find them and apply all day long, but if they're not getting the grades, if they're not getting these SATs and ACT scores, if they're not volunteering in the community, they don't have any work history,
It's gonna be hard.
it's going to be hard.
Yeah.
So they got to be a model student to qualify for these scholarships. Because when I tell you it is so much money that is just going back to corporations because our people won't apply. Their people don't need to apply, even though they do, because they can afford to
They
go
have
to
the
school.
means, right?
Yes. Our people, just like the Pell Grant. The Pell Grant, the people that qualify for the Pell Grant, the full Pell Grant, are the kids that are not going to school.
That's true.
And you would think that they would adjust their scale because this money is going back to the government. But they won't adjust the scale for medium income families to get this Pell Grant. If you make a certain amount,
What is it? 40,000. If you make over 40,000, you can't get it.
you can't even get it.
Yeah, you got to be like 10,000.
But you got all this money going back because the people that do qualify are the kids that are not going to school.
Right.
So adjust your scale. Don't just have the money going back. If the Pell Grant was set up for people to go to school, then adjust your scale so the medium income people can get the Pell Grant so their kids can go to school, but they won't. Cut off and that's it.
So they qualify. The second step is what?
Joining these search
Search engines.
engines, finding the scholarships, and then building your scholarship material, collecting and keeping up with your volunteer hours. You need recommendation letters. Most of the time, they want 2 recommendation letters, one from a school official and another one from somebody in the community, a business owner, a pastor.
Okay. Like one is professional, one personal.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So you're going to need your recommendation letters and just sitting down and getting your scholarship material foundation set. So when you become a senior, you have all your information. You know what scholarships you're going to apply for. You know the deadline. You got all your material. You got your recommendation letters. You got your volunteer hours. You got your work history. You got your scores. You already spoke with your counselor about getting your transcript together. And so when you become a senior, all you're doing is applying, submit, upload, and you already got your documents. You got everything in place. You just filling out the application, uploading the document, submit.
So how does a person get in contact with you in order to get help for this research or, like you said, the writing templates or
Okay.
just help in general?
Okay. They can give me a phone call at 832-600-5413, or I got a pamphlet to leave with you.
Okay.
I started this. I had to create a name for it, so I just called it Parent Project because it's a project, and the parent has to be involved.
Yes.
The parent has to be involved. But my contact information is on here as well as other information on here as well. So I'm going to leave that with you.
Okay.
But my email address is parentprojectllc@gmail.com. They can contact me there. I hadn't gotten a website together yet because right now I'm working full-time on my part-time job.
Working full time or part time?
Yeah, I retired from corporate America and I started plant-based online meal prep service. So that takes up the bulk of my time. But I do love sharing this information. It needs to be, people need to know that it can be done. Now, is it easy? I might sit here and make it sound like it's easy. Is it easy? No. Is it time consuming?
Yes.
Is it tedious? Yes. Are you going to have to wrangle your kids in and tie them down? Probably.
So do the kids have to interview for some of them?
Rarely, rarely there's an interview. No, no. It all
Okay.
depends on
The school.
what type of scholarship or what um, school. But most of the time they won't have to interview.
Okay.
Neither one of my daughters, but that was back in 2017,
Right.
16. Um, I don't know the case now about interviewing.
It's like
but
mostly
most
Ivy
of the
League
time-
schools, Harvard, Princeton.
Yeah.
You probably got to
Yeah,
do that.
you probably got
Yeah.
interview for that. Yeah, but I'm just here talking as a parent that has done it, and just want everybody to know that it's doable. It can be done. Your kid needs to treat applying for these scholarships like a job. Clock in a certain time of day, spend so many hours a day, be committed, and I promise you it's going to pay off.
So I'm going to ask the question that everybody is asking right now. I already know they're going to ask because basically I ask the questions that people going to ask. So you have helped other individuals with their kids
Oh,
get
yeah.
scholarships.
Mm-hmm.
So what is your turnover rate? How many people have you actually gotten scholarships?
Everybody that I have worked with have gotten scholarships. One young lady in Mississippi went to school for free. That was based on her major,
Okay.
based on your major. But everybody that I have helped have gotten some type of scholarships.
Some type of money.
Some type of money, yes, yes. Because it's just, and it's, even if you think you don't qualify for a scholarship, apply.
Anyway, yeah.
A friend of mine out of Virginia sent us a scholarship from the Black Data Processing Association. And I was like, what is a Black Data Processing Association? Never heard of it.
Mm-hmm.
My daughters wasn't majoring in data processing. We had the information, had the foundation, had everything ready. We were in the process of applying. We just added that to our list, and we applied and got a $3,000 scholarship
Oh, wow.
because we were the only one that applied.
Wow.
Most of these scholarships, sometimes
You're going to be
your
the only
child is the only one. And so sometimes grades don't matter. You know, sometimes other qualifications don't matter. The fact that you were the only one and they want to give this money away,
one. Yeah.
you'll get that scholarship.
That's good because
Yeah.
the thing is, I want people to understand and people to know, like on your pamphlet it says free money for college. Free.
Free.
You don't have to pay this back. This is free. Of
Free.
course, if something is free,
Mm-hmm.
you have to do your due diligence
You got
to get
to.
it. You know what I'm saying? You got to have
Yeah.
the information. You got to have the right direction. You
Right.
got to know, where to submit it. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of us,
Right?
of course, we want somebody to do it for us.
Yeah.
And some of us, don't get me wrong, some of us would pay. That's like me, I would pay.
There are scholarship companies out there that you can pay
Big
to
money.
do all the work for
Yes.
you. All the work for you. Yes.
Nah, that's me. I'm gonna pay. But I'm blessed to have the means to do that. But
Right.
but if
Other
I
people,
didn't, because
yeah.
I don't have the time.
Right.
But the good thing is I was fortunate because my kids all went to school for free because athletic scholarships.
Right.
But that's not the normal case.
Right.
When my neighbors, their kids are not
Right.
as athletic.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a lot of friends. They have kids
Right.
that's either going to college or first year in college,
Right.
and they're paying out of their pocket.
Right.
And I was telling them, I was like, well, I'm gonna have a young lady on the show
Mm-hmm.
that's gonna talk about scholarships, and I'm gonna hook y'all up.
Okay.
Because the thing is, when people see this show, they're gonna be calling you
Okay.
because they have a lot of kids,
Okay.
younger kids, and they want to prepare for their kids' college,
Yes.
especially if they're non-athletic and they
Right.
do have technology. Like a lot of these kids are technology based.
Oh yeah.
They know how to work these computers, and they just
Yeah.
geniuses.
Yeah.
But they could go to school for free
Oh yeah.
and get this money from a big institution and graduate for free. So I think everybody should take advantage of it.
Yeah.
You guys that's paying attention, you guys that's listening, make sure you share, make sure you give this information to somebody that you think will be helpful for, because one, you're not just helping your child out, but you're helping the community out.
Right.
Right? And I ain't talking about the major black community. I'm just saying your community, in your neighborhood, your
Exactly.
family, your peers, right then and there. You know what I'm saying? You're building that class of people
Exactly.
so they could be the next generation to do bigger and better things.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I got to get out of here, but Miss Abbie, I want you to give your information one more time,
All right.
just in case they tune in a little later for the show.
Okay.
What's your information? How can they contact you so they can get some help?
Okay. My email address is parentprojectllc, all one word, at gmail.com. Or you can give me a call at 832-600-5413.
There you have it, guys. Look, and I'm going to post these search engines on the site. So whenever you guys check it out, I'm going to post them underneath. You can look underneath the video that's going to air. And all the search engines information is going to be right there. You just click the link and go there, and it's going to be easy access. I'm going to do that for y'all. So that's going to be my good deed for this episode. I'm going to do that due diligence and post those. So all you got to do is click the link. That's all you got to do. Click on the link, and you got to apply. Now, you got to do the rest.
Right.
I'm going to do that part for you. You ain't got to search it.
Yes.
Just click on the link. Boom. And there it is. If you need some assistance, make sure you give Miss Abbie a call. She's going to be right here in H-Town. If you're in Houston, take her out to Eddie V's. She wants some crab fried rice. You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, if you guys want to set up something at your church, at your home, and invite other people, I'll be more than welcome to come out and put on a full presentation. Just let me know.
there it is. See that? Look, guys, look, I think I'm gonna charge y'all for the. No, I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna charge them for this episode. But look, guys, we gotta get out of here. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. I pray and I hope this information gets to somebody that needs it.
Yeah.
And I think it is. You know what I'm saying? I think it is. I want my people to do better with the resources that we do have. We claim that we don't have the resources.
Right.
And we claim that nobody here to help us. I'm like, man, I'm giving you information every week.
Yes, indeed.
You know what I'm saying? Last week I gave you a guy, he came on about protecting yourself against police. Week before that, I gave a sister who was giving, well, she's not giving away, but she's giving the information on how to get contracts through the city. Billions of dollars.
Right. I need to watch that episode.
Billions of dollars.
I missed
So
that.
I'm like, I'm giving y'all the information. It's like, all right, you just got to go out there and do your due
You
diligence.
got to do it. You got to do something. We said free money. That means the organization are giving the money freely, but you have to do something to get the money. You have to.
That's it.
Yes.
And today, guys, the word of the day, I end on the show with the word of the day. The word of the day is free.
Free.
Free. Make sure you guys tune in. Make sure you guys tell a friend to tell a friend. This is Mr. DJ KO. This is Miss Abbie Huckbleby. Much love to you guys. I love you guys. Peace out.